Well, we have one more 90-degree day here Friday, muggy at times too. Some thunderstorms popping across central and northern Minnesota, and then a widespread chance of storms on Saturday with the potential for severe weather and then a break from the heat. One more day of air quality alerts too, at least hopefully, from ozone, which is sun and heat derived, but wildfire smoke, who knows? That's probably going to be coming back several times. But southeastern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities, elevated levels of ozone again for the afternoon and evening hours, probably unhealthy for sensitive groups from the Twin Cities down to Rochester, but also up into northeastern Minnesota too, just because of the flow of where pollutants are coming from reacting with the sun. Another day in the 90s, this will be day number 10 for the Twin Cities. Average in a whole season is about a dozen, and normally at this point in the season we should only have about 2, 3, maybe 4. So we are way ahead of schedule. We are going to see thunderstorms pop up and fill in here across central Minnesota, primarily this afternoon and evening. Can't rule out 1 or 2 popping up in the Twin Cities, but mostly we're talking about central and northern Minnesota scattered showers and storms. And then tomorrow is when things get interesting and become more spread out. In fact, we still have an excessive rain outlook, slight chance of excessive rain for the Twin Cities up across central and northern Minnesota, because there are going to be some locally heavy rainfall amounts, 2-3 inches plus, not out of the question with some of these heavier showers and thunderstorms, and a risk of severe weather. Twin Cities in the marginal risk, but Mankato south to Albert Lee, a northern edge of a slight risk of severe storms, mainly hail and a wind threat. But as always with severe weather, you can't rule out a tornado, but tornado chances look to be best probably to our south. We'll show you that in a second. There is a question as to how far the instability gets or the energy for thunderstorms. Some of the models really keeping it south of the Twin Cities, others spreading it a little further north. So that's something we'll be watching over the next 24 hours that could change a little bit, just how widespread is that instability that is going to be sufficient enough for severe weather. We will have shear, but kind of on the northern edge of most of the shear, the jet stream to our south. So that's why the shear is primarily there. And that's why we have the best chances of tornadoes across Iowa and supercells. And the northernmost extent really just kind of pushes into southern Minnesota. And we look at the updraft tracks from this particular model, the NAM model, is primarily keeping that into Iowa. So some leftover showers from storms that develop tonight, tomorrow morning. You'll see clouds, some showers, and then a break in the afternoon, peaks of sunshine, and then that's going to destabilize things. So heading into the late afternoon, evening hours, we're going to see storms pop up. Now, do they develop in southeastern Minnesota, or do they develop further west and then track east? That's another question tomorrow. What is the exact timing of storm development? That's going to really matter as far as who gets the heaviest rainfall on Saturday too. Behind it all, though, a blast of cool air, at least temporarily, below normal temperatures for a change. Sunday and Monday, highs only in the 70s, 60s in northern Minnesota for highs on Sunday. That is a change from what we've had this week. And then we're back towards normal temperatures most of the rest of next week, looking very typical for the end of June. So we'll end June on a more normal note compared to the very hot weather we've had. So again, can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm in the Twin Cities this afternoon. Best chance though is going to be just to the north, places like Princeton, St. Cloud, and then up towards Duluth, north central Minnesota. Some showers left over from, again, some storms that develop tonight into the morning hours tomorrow, a midday break, and then look for storms to redevelop, potentially severe ones, late Saturday afternoon into the evening. Lingering showers behind this thing still Sunday, Monday, and then we dry out here. Looks like Tuesday, Wednesday should be mainly dry.